Alright everyone, it's a late night for me because I'm just, as you know, I'm recording several videos which I've done for the late Friday night to cover the Saturday, just in case I don't get a chance to record anything tomorrow, and for the Sunday. So it's a video marathon for me, so it'll be a late night. Yep, it's another one, Carl, another late night. But I've just done the video on the so-called amicable swap deal for Isak and Nunez, and I was looking at it, and do I think it's a good option? I mean, I'm a huge fan of Isak. I'd love him at the club. Fantastic striker, there's no doubt about that. And then I thought, with that valuation that we seem to have of Nunez that was rejected, and which I think was 70, 75 million, was it? Well, let's just say, I think they said between 70 and 80. Let's just say 75. Alright? And we know the reported fee for Isak is 150, so it's half the price. And I said, pose a question, would you take it? And I said no. And you're probably wondering why. Well, I think there's a better option financially, and I want to try and run. I know I did a video and it was called, I can find it, comparing strikers and why the comparison isn't truly accurate. And it's because strikers have different skill sets, different profiles, and I'm not going to compare. What I want to do is I want to compare two strikers, but I'm not going to do it for like. So say one is a better option because his stats are better than Isak. I want to say he's a better option because he's probably a better fit for the system. Isak will probably be the better predator in the box, in the 6-yard box, for example. The strikers aren't really that anymore. He'd be the better all-round goal scorer. But I think the other option I'm going to give offers some similar skill sets, but also offers other attributes that Isak, I think, may not be able to match or meet, and just adds a bit more variety to the number 9 position. So the name it's Hugo Ikitka. He's the Eintracht Frankfurt striker. He partnered Mamouche. He was in the same side as Mamouche before he went to City. Now, stats data between the two aren't far apart, if I'm right. But if we look here, he's just scored a hat-trick for the French under-21 side tonight, and he's had an excellent season both for them and for Frankfurt. So his club and country performances have been excellent. He's got 32 goals and assists, so 32 goal contributions in 42 games. That's a pretty good record. So let's pull up on here. I'm going to go to Wikipedia because it will have all his goals. Oh, actually no, shall I do goals and assists? Excuse me while I'm typing. Let's go to transfer market goals and assists, and then I can do, I'll leave the Wikipedia up, and I'm going to go Hugo Ikitka, and I'm going to try and get a broad overview of their goals and assists so you can just see where I'm coming from. Okay. Right, there we go. We've got all the stats we need. Right. Let's just check the tally up for the goals first of all. Bundesliga 25 and 13, 10 and 3. So he's got 38 and 19 according to Transfer Market. For you, is he the same on here? Oh, they only do. Oh no, 38 and 19. Yeah, they match up, and it gives me the minutes as well. Okay. So let's have a look at Isak. Okay. Let's get rid of these adverts. So overall, he's done. Just check. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Premier League, 25 games, 19 goals, 5 assists. Okay, in 2,063 minutes. Now for the Bundesliga, 25 games, 13 goals, 4 assists in 1,885 minutes. So there's 200 minutes difference. That's the equivalent of 2 games. Okay? So you can see the goals and assists aren't too far off in those numbers. Now the EFL Cup, Carabao Cup, 6 games, 3 goals in 463 minutes. But I can't compare that with Hugo because they only have they're going up the FA Cup. But for that he played 3 games, 3 goals and an assist in 248 minutes. Isak for the FA Cup, 2 games, 1 goal, no assists in 87 minutes. Now it's about 3 times the amount of minutes. But he's got a goal per game and an assist in those 3 games. So again, the numbers aren't too far apart. Now for Europe, he's played 634 minutes Hugo Kicker. This is the Europa League, 10 games, 3 goals, 3 assists. Isak for the Champions League. They weren't in Europe, were they? So, but the EFL Cup, 6 games, 3 goals, 463, and so we've got a Europa League to tally with the Carabao Cup for Isak. Again, the numbers are comparable. So 38 games, 19 goals, 2,767 minutes. So that is, in domestic football, calculator. I'm trying to work this out. It helps if I don't type times, not when I want divide. So per minute, according to this, so he gets a goal contribution in every 102 minutes. Does Hugo Kicker. Now 261, and he's got 23. This is Isak, 28. 93. So there's a goal contribution every 93. There's only 10 minutes difference. There's not a lot in there. Now, if I can find if we look at what they are as a striker, and the different, this is, I'm not going to say here one's better than the other. I'm now just going to provide you their strengths and weaknesses, and you can make an informed decision yourself. You can form your own opinion. Isak, we know, is composed in front of goal. We know he's, for his attacking position, he's really intelligent, he's really sharp. We know he links up with his teammates. We know how hard he works for the team. And he's improving his all-round game. And we know he's good at running with the ball. But I wouldn't say he could get a ball and dribble past 2 or 3 defenders. He couldn't do... He wouldn't do a Maradona type dribble. Or John Barnes type dribble, put it that way. Or if we go through, say, Thierry Henry or Ryan Giggs, he's more likely to knock the ball past the defender and use pace and power to get past them. And it's because he can play slightly wider, but it's very rare he does that. Now if we look at Hugo Ekitike, now I did an analysis on him. I did a deeper look at him. Now if you remember, I'll try and find some of the things I said, and I'm going to Google some stuff as well, because I can't remember exactly everything I said. But I remember he was compared to Thierry Henry actually. He's strong, creative, very intelligent, works hard, can dribble. He's a natural born goal scorer. He's got a killer instinct. He can cut in from the left hand side, similar to what we see Gakpo do. But if you think some of Henry's goals where he's cut in from the left and, like say, curled it in, you'll see what I'm looking at here. A kicker will really press from the front. He will drop back more than probably Isak will. Which if he drops back, it allows players behind him to come forward as well, so you've got a bit of rotation. Especially if you've got a really good attacking midfielder that can play as a support striker, so they can interchange, just for a move, not permanently. He's intelligent. He's good in the air as a kicker. He's strong and agile. And one thing he's got, he would possess playmaking skills akin to a number 10. So you can see, I'm not going to say one is better than the other because they're slightly different profiles. But both can score goals. Ultimately, that's all you need. I think Isak would be the one that would be the player to finish off a move. A kicker might be the one to start a move and get somebody else to finish it off, or be the one finishing off a move. I think there's more versatility there. And out of all the other names mentioned, it's also why I plumped for Chesko, because of the versatility and what he offers. But we're seeing everybody saying we need an upgrade to the number 9. I'm not denying that we don't. We do need one. But Isak isn't the be-all and end-all is what I'm saying. Why can't somebody who's slightly different in style but has a lot of similar traits but also offers different ones? I think in some ways Hugo Kitke's attributes may be a little bit behind Isak, mainly due to the fact Isak's been playing longer and developed more and Kitke's still learning. So it's not really fair to compare it on the... I mean, how old is Hugo Kitke and how old is Isak? I've just got the Wikipedia pages up here, haven't I? I mean, Isak will turn 26 in September and Kitke will turn 23 in June, so there's a 3-year gap. You may think that's not a lot, but you look at how good a 20-year-old player is compared to a 23 coming on 24-year-old player. There's a difference in level as well. I mean, I know I said you shouldn't compare and say, well, he can do this, he can't, so he's better. And I still stick with that. So what I'm trying to do here, it's not a technical comparison as such. I'm comparing goals ratios and goals per minute, or goal contributions per minute. But I expected Isak's to be slightly better because of the type of player he is. But we can see somebody who might want to be a little bit more of a link up and hold the ball up and not a predator as such, the archetypal Ian Rush type striker, is holding his own numbers wise, and that's because of the other attributes he has. He could probably interchange with, if you played Gakpo and a kicker, say, they could interchange comfortably in the game. And if you've got a man marking system, if they're switching over, that's going to really, it can really confuse a defender. So to sum all that up, I said before in the previous video on that swap deal, why I don't think the Isak option is the best, and I'm explaining my reasons for a kicker, because not only is he matching similar numbers, he's getting similar numbers, but he offers a different type of striker to what Isak is. And would be cheaper. So I just don't like it when people compare a striker to a striker and say, oh, he's got 20 goals, you've got 15, he's better. But then the 20 goal striker might have got 1 assist and the 15 goal striker might have got 20 assists. And then you think 21 goal contributions versus, say, 30 goal contributions. And then you're seeing something different. But I do like Isak, and I wouldn't be gutted if he arrived. But I think there is other alternatives, and other alternatives that would suit the system, be cheaper, and I think long term be a better option. In terms of which one's better than the other, neither. They're different types of striker. Alright everyone, thank you very much. Take care guys.